Yo, what is up everyone? We will do a first NHL video today. Basically, I'm going to grade every single team based on the expectations after pretty much we're a bit above the half of the season, right? We're at NHL. Let's just go on NHL, yeah. So, standings. We'll see. Yeah, 48. Yeah, we're a bit after half of the season. Sorry. We're like 47, 48 games in, like 6 games after halfway. So, all right, Vancouver's still leading the league. That's kind of crazy to me, but all right, let's do this. All right, so we will start alphabetically, and all the categories. I don't know why the two ones are not centered. Although when I type it, when I delete it, it goes back to normal, but it's fine. So we'll have 7 categories today: unexpected Stanley Cup, excellent surprise, above expectations, meeting expectations, below, much worse than expected, and dog, which I don't know really what team is gonna do that, but all right, we will start alphabetically with the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks have been ranked pretty damn low in the standings at the beginning of the season. I think they're meeting expectations. Honestly, no one was expecting much from them, and I don't know. There's not much to say. They're not really good. They had a good start though. They had a good start of the season, but then it started going downhill. It's still going kind of downhill, but the expectations are pretty much the same as the beginning to me. So yeah, meeting expectations. I think we're gonna have a lot of teams there, but let's start with Anaheim. So next up, Arizona. Arizona Coyotes. Honestly, they're doing better than I thought. I didn't think they were gonna do the playoffs. I think they were gonna be competitive. Although I don't think they are they in the playoff spot. Let me see. Okay, no, they are 4 points behind. Still some points to catch up, but their performances overall, I think it would be reasonable to put them above expectations just because they've been quite good. Also, I'm not gonna rank I'm not gonna rank teams within every category because I'm just not down to do that. My bad. All right, so Boston. After Bergeron and Krejci retired, I was expecting the worst for Boston. Um, I hate to say, but what the actual hell is happening with them? 69 points, 39 and 9 of a record is absolutely blowing my mind right now. I think I have to put Boston in excellent surprise. Um, just because I really did not, I was expecting them to be a fringe playoff team, and now they're just at the top of the league, at least the top of the East. So pretty good for them. Buffalo Sabres. They're doing the same as the Montreal Canadiens. It is much worse than expected. Most people that I've seen predict Buffalo Sabres season were going to be in the playoffs. Right now, they are here. They're 9 points out of the playoffs. It's pretty bad. So I have to put them much worse than expected. Not below expectations, but even lower than that. I'm sorry, but Buffalo has not met anything right now. Calgary Flames. Are they in the playoff spot? Okay, no, there are still 6 points behind. Honestly, Calgary did not meet any expectations. I think are not terrible, but I think I can put them in below because with the trade with Kachuk and Uyghur and Huberto, even though it didn't go well last year, people were probably expecting to have a bounce back year, which didn't happen. So for that reason, I have to put them below expectations. Carolina Hurricanes, my team, along with the Montreal Canadiens. Carolina has had a bad start of the season. Right now, they came back with big wins against Boston and New Jersey. However, they're still in second spot, just 2 points shy of the Rangers, which I honestly didn't expect. They're ninth in the league. Yeah, I was expecting them to stay like a top 5 team for the year, but now with the injuries of the two best goalies, it's understandable, but the results overall are just meeting expectations. I think they're not below expectations because they are doing well, especially right now. So I have to put them there. Chicago. No one expected to do anything. No one expected them to be anything, and now they're last of the league. They lost yesterday, so they are now last in the league. Maybe not last. Maybe not dog. Maybe not much worse than expected. Actually, I'm hesitating between meeting expectations or below. Actually, a bit below, because with Bedard, people... I know... Ouch. Okay, my bad. I was expecting them to at least be somewhat competitive, to at least be in the middle of the pack in the wild card, but they are just completely out of it. Although it's not surprising, so I cannot put them in much worse than expected. As of Colorado, I think I think we can put them above expectations. This is a team that is absolutely on a train wreck right now. Nathan McKinnon is just amazing. I would see them being excellent surprise as well, but I just didn't imagine Colorado being that bad. And right now, Colorado is second in the Central, 2 points. Well, 2 games to catch up with the Jets. Sorry, the Jets have 2 games in hand, so Colorado needs to continue winning to catch up with the Jets. But Colorado in itself, I was expecting them to do really very very good this season. So they are doing good and even a bit better than I expected. So above expectations, definitely. Yeah. So Columbus, below expectations. I don't have much to say about them. Columbus, man. This is nothing actually much worse than expected. Nah, they have Johnny Gaudreau, but still, the overall team is just not there. There's no chemistry. There's nothing really happening with the Jackets right now. So I can't put them really higher than below expectations. But I don't think I can put them much worse though. As of the Dallas Stars, okay, this is gonna be controversial, I think. But, okay, no, they are doing pretty well. Never mind. I'm going to do meeting expectations. I wanted to put them below expectations because I expected Dallas to finish first in the Central Division and even the whole Western Conference. But the Dallas Stars right now, they are how in the league? They're fifth in the league. Yeah, I can't. I was expecting that, so I can't put them above unless they were like first. But they're meeting my expectations. Um, all right, yeah. So Detroit, they've been on the slump recently. So, oh no, sorry. I mean the Islanders. I don't mean the Islanders. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking about, but the Red Wings are 7-2-1, which is very good. Um, I was expecting them to be a fringe playoff team, so I'll probably just put them in meeting expectations. Honestly, I have nothing much to say about them. They're performing well. Some games they're absolutely dominant. Some games they're not showing anything. I don't think they will do a deep playoff run if they make it, but definitely a promising team for the future. As of Edmonton, now we need to leave the bias behind. I know they have won their 15 last games, which is, I think, the third longest in NHL history. Edmonton is just absolutely crazy right now. 115. I think their last loss was on December 19th. They're catching up every single team in the league. They're 10th in the league, I believe. And yeah, Edmonton, I think I still have to put them meeting expectations. Just as of right now, the Oilers, because at the beginning of the season, I would have put them there. They had a horrendous the beginning. But now I'm going to put them in meeting expectations. If they continue winning and like getting 20 wins in a row, I will just continue putting them above. But right now, as of right now, I have to put them in meeting expectations. Florida. I was just not expecting Florida to perform that well this season. They're 7 points shy of Boston, but it's Boston. They're 5 points above the Lightning and six above the Maple Leafs, which is pretty decent. I think I will do above expectations or excellent surprise. No, just above expectations because I did expect them to make the playoffs, but maybe not being that high in the rankings. LA, okay, I know we need to leave the bias behind, but what the hell is happening with LA right now? They are now a wild card team, 4 points behind of the Oilers. They have been struggling so bad. 2-5-3 in their last 10. Definitely not a good sequence. They have had a solid hot start of the season. So, but with last year's season, I was expecting them to do better. So I'm going to put them at below expectations. Minnesota Wild. What the fuck is happening with them? Yeah, they have 4-5-1. They won before their loss. I think they won their 3 last games, so not too bad. They're tied with Calgary, but I was expecting Minnesota to be like Calgary, and Calgary is the same. Um, so I'm gonna put them much worse than expected. Honestly, Minnesota is is not doing exactly what I was thinking they were going to do this year, sadly. Montreal, no one. I was not expecting Montreal to be good. Maybe a French playoff team, maybe just like sixth in the division, fifth of the division. Right now they are sixth, but yeah, I think we can put Montreal at meeting expectations. They're pretty decent. Decent with their current roster and with all the injuries that they've had in the past 2 seasons. The Montreal is my team as well as Carolina. I'm not disappointed or happy with any of those teams right now, compared to what I was expecting. As of Nashville, excellent surprise. I have to say, they are a fringe playoff team as of right now. They are in the wildcard spot. I was not expecting them at all. Honestly, for Nashville, I think it's one of those teams where you at the beginning of the season, no one was really expecting anything. Maybe they were gonna be good, or maybe they were gonna be bad, but I didn't think they were gonna be good. I was not expecting them to at least or at least be close to make the playoffs. I was probably expecting them below Minnesota. No, I'm really happy with how Nashville's been playing. My buddies Tommy Novak and Luke Evangelista are popping off kind of in their team. Philip Forsberg is doing pretty well. So yeah, Nashville, excellent surprise to me. New Jersey. Now I know. Okay, you know, people were. I've seen people placing the Devils first in the league this season, which I found ridiculous, just because. Yes, last year they've had an absolute monster season, finishing third in the league with 112 points. Um, this season, I know they've had a lot of injuries, and they've missed so many games in total. They're still 17th, which is not bad considering their injuries, but with the core they have, I was not expecting them to do that. So I'm gonna do much worse than expected, even close to dog. Um, but for the injuries, I have to put them much worse than expected. So yeah, I was placing them, I think, like third of Metro, behind Carolina and the Rangers. So yeah, no, they're not doing as well. They're not terrible though. That's you see, I'm putting them in much worse than expected, but they're not terrible. I know that they can come back, and I think they will. But do I think they will actually? Actually, I'm not too sure. If Philadelphia continues playing like they are, except their last 4 games, I don't think Devils would make it. But we'll come to Philadelphia in not too long. The Islanders, here, exactly where I expected them to be. Islanders won't be a playoff team this season. I don't think. I know they're 4 points shy of a playoff spot, but the Islanders, see, for the past like 5 years, I've said that the Islanders are just a team that I keep forgetting exists. I'm sorry for the Islanders fans, but I don't know, the logo is just not there. The colors are there. I never hear about the Islanders at all ever. I hear more about Chicago without Bedard than the Islanders. Okay, maybe not, but yeah, I'm gonna say meeting expectations because did not expect them to make any playoff spot. But battling for a playoff spot, yes, I could have seen that. As of the Rangers, they are in a slump, 3-5-2. Although the season has been extremely good for them, even though they're in a slump, I think I have to put them above expectations. Can I though? Actually, no. I'm gonna put meeting expectations because yeah, they're 61. Top five would have been my guess for the Rangers, honestly. Um, so yeah, no, I have to put them in meeting expectations. Ottawa, nah, Ottawa is just what the fuck, man. I know their goalie is struggling, I think, but for them being below Columbus now, I know they have a better percentage, and I need to consider that, and I do consider that. But being close to Columbus at all, being the Senators, this is not something I was expecting. It's just what the hell. Ottawa has been disappointing to every single fan base in the NHL this season. I was thinking they would have made the playoffs or battling with at least Detroit or Buffalo, but Ottawa just didn't deliver anything yet. And they have a lot of good players like Tarasenko. They have is the Brinkett still there? I don't think so. My bad. I'm forgetting their players, but they have decent core. They have Kachuk. They have Shabbat. So I guess the goaler is the one that needs to be improved. But for now, I have to put them in dog. Now, Philadelphia. Excellent surprise. We know Philadelphia's reputation of being dog shit or being inconsistent. This year, they've been inconsistently good. Well, they've lost their last 4 games, all in regulation as well, which hurts a lot. But still, as of today, January 26th, 2024, after 49 games and 56 points, Philadelphia is definitely an excellent surprise compared to what everyone was expecting, including myself. I was placing them probably last in the Metro. So I can't put them in an expected Stanley Cup, but definitely up there in excellent surprise with Boston and Nashville, to me. So Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is definitely much worse than expected. They still have Crosby, Malkin. They have they have Jarry, who's not that bad. They have Letang. They have Carlson. With the addition of Carlson, I was expecting them to do much better, but they are on par with the Capitals right now with the percentage. So, and they have 4-4-2. You see, they're consistently mid this year. So I have to put much worse than expected. I was not. Yeah, I didn't expect much from the Penguins. No, I did expect much from the Penguins, at least being a wild card team, but no, they're just not even close at the moment. They would have to win their 4 next games to be back, or at least 3 of them. So yeah, Sharks. I mean, fuck it, meeting expectations. The Sharks were planned to be dog shit. They're second to last. This is the first time in the season that I see them not being last. They've won their past 3 games, which is pretty impressive. Almost as impressive as Edmonton's 15-win streak. So the Sharks just have to be meeting expectations. I don't really know. I can't really say anything else than that. Seattle, I would say below expectations. They're 22nd. They've been in the. Wait, did they go in the conference finals last year? Yeah, they did. So Seattle, from conference final to 22nd in the league. I know they've had a better recent stretch of games than the beginning of the season, but it's still below expectations. Obviously, I did not expect them to be top of the Pacific, but definitely not where they are right now. So, yeah, below expectations, I think, is the call for them. St. Louis, I don't hear much about St. Louis. They've not been doing that well, but I did not expect them to do that well. I think I still have to put them below expectations. Although they're 19th, they've won their past 3 games. They're still below expectations to me because they were much lower in the standings before a couple of games. And we see how close it is between the Devils and the Sabres. There's only 5 points of difference between 11 spots, 17 to 27. 11 teams battling to just be kind of decent. Also, even Nashville and LA are close to the others. So, yeah, anyways, St. Louis below expectations, definitely. Yeah, just like Tampa, actually. Tampa is not a team. Well, now they're 11th. They are 8-0, which they've come back from their slump at the beginning of the year. They're still below expectations to me. To me, they were top three. Atlantic. I did not. Well, okay, they are, but they're third, and they're pretty far away from Florida still. As well as Florida has 2 games in hand, so they could take a big lead over the Lightning in the next couple of games. So yeah, Lightning just below expectations overall. They have not been doing terrible, but still. As of Toronto, below expectations at the moment. Look at that. Okay, Toronto is a wild card team at the moment, which no one was expecting, not including me. And when we look at the regulation wins, we can see Toronto at the bottom of the league. They have only 15 regulation wins. They've won 4 in shootouts and 5 in overtime. They've lost 8 games, well, 7 games in overtime and 1 in shootouts. They have been in overtime way too many times for now. This is just not a team that would sustain itself in the playoffs. If it started today, they would play against the Rangers, the struggling Rangers. They could win actually, but right now just below expectations overall. Toronto has not been doing that well. Vancouver, unexpected Stanley Cup. Man, what can we say? Vancouver is first in the league. I thought they were gonna be like 20th or luckily 16th. They're first. I know they have good players, and that's the past years. Actually, I was saying that Vancouver was going to be good, but this year I was like, Vancouver has been trash. Well, mid trash for the past 3 years in a row. So I can't put them anywhere. And now they're just surprising everyone, which is really nice for the fans and just for everyone. So I'm pretty happy with that for them and for the fans. So yeah, Vegas. I think they're meeting expectations. They have a solid core. They have a very deep team. They have a lot of injuries, however, this year. They are seventh in the league. I think I was expecting them to do that well. Definitely not as much as I thought they would, but I can't put them at below expectations because they do meet my expectations. So yeah, and everyone's expectations. Washington, I have to put them below expectations. Um, I mean, it's not. I say that as if it was surprising, but no, they are on par with the Penguins, as I said earlier. They're on a slump, but they've been on a slump pretty much all season. There's no spark right now. No one's helping Ovechkin getting his record. I feel like this team is just not structured for the season that well. Um, yeah, I don't have much to say, to be honest. Washington is just not the team that it was 3 years ago, or just when they won the Stanley Cup in 2018. And finally, Winnipeg. I mean, I can't not put them in unexpected Stanley Cup. Um, yes, they could enter in excellent surprise, but unexpected Stanley Cup is the one to go for. Although, yeah, they've dropped a couple ranks in the past 2 weeks, but that's just because Boston and Vancouver has been performing absolutely well. They are at the same place as Colorado with a better percentage as well. Their core is actually amazing. The Pierre-Luc Dubois trade with Velarde and Velarde, Kupari, and who was the other one? Anyways, the three players that got traded, that just and Scheifele and Hellebuyck signing extensions. That is just crazy for the Winnipeg Jets. I believe they're going to go extremely far in the playoffs if Hellebuyck stays healthy and decent as he is right now. There's no doubt that they will go far. I would love to see Vancouver Winnipeg Western final. That would definitely be so good to watch. So yeah, that was it for my expectations in the NHL this season. As of right now, January 26th. Thank you everyone for watching. I think this ranking is pretty decent. I could switch some because obviously sometimes it's just opinions that change over time. And yeah, so that's it, everyone. See you very soon.